The first question is from the real Mads Smith.
All right.
Let's say that you one day become number 2 at the Danish Nationals. Who would you tip taking the title?
Yeah, that's a good question, Mads. I think it's either gonna be Jeppe. I would say it's probably gonna be him, or Christian, or Thomas, or yeah, either one of them, I think. Yeah, but it's a close race. All competitors are really good, and I think, and they're getting even closer and closer, I think. So it's very nice for me to have that competition. So I would say it's gonna be Jeppe.
Awesome. Next question is from an anonymous writer. Why do you not follow through with your leg?
Yeah, it's weird, but I've never done it. I do it in some really power drives where I kind of have to do it, but it is and it is tough for my body too, I think. But it's not that I'm not hurt of it, or my legs are still good, my knee is still good, my body is still good, but yeah, there's some power going through my leg, and it kind of stops right there. It's just my it's just my throw. I never really thought too much about it, and I never really changed it. I should probably have changed it many years ago, but I've just keep continuing doing that. So it's just how I throw.
There's going to be there's a few more questions
regarding
this, so
all right.
You might hear the same question.
Yeah, cool.
Some of the answers will be covered.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Jonas Hangvar, who asks, I've understood you changed your swing due to an injury some years back. What did you change, and what is the key to your distance?
I don't know. It's I think when I changed it, that's many years ago, I didn't really power grip, and that was I won the first Danish championship in 2006, and after that I kind of tried to change my grip, and I have a little different grip on my drives. On my power grip, I hold it more like right here, and then I put it in here, so I have it kind of right there. And I think that's a big difference from others where they put it down here and have it like that. I put it more up here, so I have it right there. So I have a different angle on it, more or less, and I feel that I have it out here. So it's maybe it's more, maybe this will make more torque. I don't know, but that's just the way I do. So I just keep on doing that, no changing it, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jonas also asks, what would it take for you to come to Linköping in Sweden and hold a clinic this summer? Paid travel and a place to stay. Yeah,
it's. I really want to do a lot of things. Working with disc golf is definitely one of my dreams. So for me, it's all about the money, and that's the big question. I have to work. I'm a landscaper, and if I can get the same payment by getting up in Linköping and doing the clinic, I'm more than happy to do it, of course. So it's all about money, I think.
Awesome.
And that's the whole game of disc golf, traveling and family and work. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next question is from Dennis Thyssen. Favorite course design, Jussi Medesma or John Hogg design?
Oh, I don't really, John Hogg, I don't know really. I probably played on some of his courses, but I don't really know the guy. So and I don't know which courses he designed. So I would say Jussi, but I don't know. So I really like Jussi's course designs, the one that I played on, and the Chronopista one, that's the next tournament, is he keeps on stretching it. I hope that he's not stretching it even more this year, because last year it was more than enough, I think. You know, the disc is flying way further than they used to, like 5-10 years ago, and I think that's why he keeps on pushing it a little bit. And yeah, this is another question. I'm just continuing the talk. But I will say Jussi.
Yeah, okay. Next question is from Barnesen, and this is a question I received in Danish, so I've translated it to English.
All right. Yeah.
So apologies to Barnesen if I butchered it.
No.
If one would like to have a course in one's own city or county, which course of action would be the most optimal to take in order to get the best possible success with the suggestion? Where would the best place be to direct your inquiry at the local county, and what kind of documentation and materials would be needed? How would you do this?
That's a long question.
It's a long one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably better to give that question to Jussi, I would say, because he made so many courses. But what we did here on this course, the first forest course in Denmark, we did that we contacted the forest and talked to those people, and that took maybe 3 years just to get finding the right person. I think it's more or less about finding the right person that is interesting in doing it. I think that's the essence of making a disc golf course. You have to find the right person to talk to, and he, of course, you gotta make them interested in what they do, and maybe make some more. If you already have founded some money for the course, then it's way easier for them to say, oh, this is easy for us too, and it's good for people to, get outside, and yeah, it's a healthy sport. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next question is from Sam Spearing, PDJ number 45842. What is the biggest challenge in being a non-American player?
Traveling to the States when you're going over there. It's every time it's 15 hours more or less, one layover and 15 hours, and then you kind of now I know most of the courses that I'm going out for. This year I'm going to Eghjorten as well, so I'm probably going to be there at least a week early, at least, I think. So that's sometimes tough when you get over there and just it's new. Everything is new, so you're gonna find out where everything is, and the money thing is probably the toughest thing, but the travel is definitely also tough. It's always nice to have a travel companion. I do sometimes have that, but mostly I'm on my own, and that's a different story. It's yeah. But yeah.
Awesome. So Stefan asks, when can we get a new in the bag soon?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should do that next.
Yeah.
So let's do that, René, and we will do that. Arrange that before Crocodile Open or something.
Yeah,
if that's possible.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Stefan also asks, why weren't you at the Disc Golf World Tour in Perth, considering you're the best rated player in Europe?
Yeah, I could have. I was kind of my first tournament this year was a memorial, a real tournament, but I thought about it going, and I really haven't been playing all winter time here. I was working with the Christmas trees, and we finished that in December, of course, and then having a break in January was really nice. I think what kept me from it was probably the long travel and the heat. I'm not a very I like heat. I really like throwing in the heat, but it's more like I like throwing in 25 degrees and maybe 30, but 40 I don't really know if that would suit me. So I think it was the heat and the thing that I wasn't really I haven't really been practicing, and so it was mostly the practice thing, the heat, and yeah, so that's why I didn't go. And money, of course. It's always about the money. Yeah.
Yeah. Expensive going to Perth.
It is. Yeah.
Drew Koki asks, if you were forced to switch sponsorship, which company would you choose and why?
Yeah. It actually, I don't think it will matter that much if I have to change. Of course, it's all about learning the disc, how they fly. All the bigger companies now have so many different varieties of discs, so I think everybody can change, and it's I don't think it's that tough to change. Of course, it's weird that all your old discs will disappear, and now you're gonna warn in new ones. So that will probably be the toughest thing. But what would make me change? I've been with Innova for 9 years now, I think, more or less, and I don't think it will change. They helped me out with my signature disc this year and gave me a nice check. I think that kept me staying with Innova. I tried previous years just to see what's going on and if anybody could make me a better offer. But it's really nice to be back at the Innova factory and just meet people there. I still feel very welcome when I get there, and it's still like a family to me too. So I don't think I ever will change.
Ah, awesome. And an anonymous asker asks, if you could select your own group, who would you take to play with just for one round?
Own group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could select your own
group.
Yeah.
I'm always enjoying playing with Climo. That's many years I've done that. He's a big fan of mine, and in 2007 when I traveled around in US for 3 months, I visited him, and that was my big dream. And he gave me a big kick in the ass for just to make me better, and wanted to be better, and seeing him throw was just a big thing. But Climo and who else? I don't know. It's always nice to play with the best, So Macbeth and Ricky, they're really tough competitors, and I think that's what makes me better, is to have the competition, so I feel pressured every time. Not that I think about that, because I kind of not to try, just to think about what's my game plan, and keep that in focus and play against the course instead of playing against the players. That's my whole mental thing. But it would be nice. It's always nice to play with good people. I really like enjoying playing with my friends too, just to hang out and just to chill and have a nice round, just for fun.
Yeah.
But competitors is always nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Miss Galuma asks, what has been your most memorable throw?
Yeah, that's it's definitely the Ace disc here. It was in Stockholm, July 18, 2014. The Ace at Masters on YouTube. That's definitely my most memorable throw, because it's on camera and has so many views on YouTube too. But there are so many. It's on every tournament I'm having a few of those memories, and I think at the Memorial this time it was I had a putt on one of the on Fountain Hills course up in the corner, where I had this very difficult lie. I was on my knees and kind of had to bounce it a little bit, and there was a big tree coming down, so I had to go under that and then still rising the disc to the basket. That was probably my best shot or putt at that tournament, I think. But there's many.
Awesome. I think this question has been answered, but let's ask it anyway.
Yeah.
If could you ever see yourself with another team or sponsor?
Yeah, I could, but I won't.
That's that.
Yeah.
J asks, if you didn't represent Innovadesk, what else brand desk would you like to throw?
Yeah, it's kind of the same
Yeah.
again. So it's just.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah.
Elo asks, if you could make any trip to anywhere in the world just playing disc golf, where would you like to go and what courses would you choose on your trip?
I think what I'm planning to next year is going to Montana in the US. I heard so much beautiful about it. And there's going to be Worlds next year. So I'm probably going to play there next year, Worlds. And it's just, I heard so much beautiful about it. So I think that's why I'm going there. I really like playing in California. Just the weather is always nice there. And yeah, it's a big difference from here in Denmark, because here it's not very cold, but it is cold sometimes, and then we don't have any tee pads, so it's natural tees everything, so it's pretty muddy. So just the playing in the sun is really just nice.
What's your favorite hair products?
Hair what?
Hair products.
Hair products. Wow. That must be Ashton, that question.
I had no idea. There's no name.
Okay. No, I don't have any. No, not really. Like soap. Or
yeah,
like,
soap or conditioning or gel.
I don't really have one. I usually just use what we have at home, and it's usually my girlfriend that is buying it. But I like lavender, if you want to ask it.
Next question is from Kasper Andersen, PDJ number 91585. He's almost brand new.
Okay, yeah.
This is another question that was translated from Danish.
Yeah,
It's a long one. Sorry.
Okay. Cool.
First of all, hats off for your placement on the PDJ rating list and your friendly and professional attitude out there or on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
What would it take in Denmark to get a similar growth in the sport as we're seeing in the rest of Scandinavia? And how do we get the courses in Denmark upgraded with professional tee pads?
Yeah, it's definitely what I'm looking for, a little change, and I'm definitely going to work more on that in the future. It's very important, and just for the sport to look professional, I think it's very important. So I think I also made a little thing on Facebook a month ago where I wanted to find out what did they do in Finland, what do they do in Estonia to make that growth. I talked to a lot of the Estonian players when we played Spain Open, and what they did, they made the course close to the city, and then they kept on making tournaments on the same day, on the same time. So there was suddenly many players just seeing that. I think it's all about people have to see it, and when they've seen it, it's looking interesting, and then they're gonna try it. But it's all about getting them out and try it on the course, because when they tried it, they usually think it's nice. You know, if you play around, you will always have one throw that is memorable, and you think, oh, I did this right. And when you have that feeling, you're gonna come back and do it again. But I think what Jussi did in Finland is all about making small courses in the cities, in the small cities, and just making courses not very easy, but mostly they are easy for me. But for beginners, it's all about making a beginner course, and make those beginner courses in the cities and in the smaller cities, and I think it's definitely will make the sport grow faster here in Denmark if we did that. On the tees, I would say we're gonna work on that. We just did, and I think Crocodile, hopefully we can make those tees, natural tees up there. artificial, so we can make. I think that's gonna make a big move on it, because it's when we have a course with those tees, it's gonna be a big change, and then we can work out from that. I think. I hope that will help.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Another question that's translated from Danish, and this one is again from Mads.
Yeah.
The real Mads Schmidt.
Yeah.
As he calls himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit, but
yeah.
I'll ask again. Your follow through is known as something that others should not try to duplicate.
Yeah.
Apparently, it only works for you.
Yeah.
Is this something you are aware of, and do you feel any effects of the sudden stop in your swing? And you posted a link to your video from European Open.
Yeah. Yeah. But not really. I'm aware of it, but mostly when I look on myself on YouTube, it looks a little weird when I kind of stop the movement, and but yeah, that's how I do, and I don't think I will definitely try to work a little on it, but it's not that I'm gonna change everything on it. Because it is, of course, wearing the body down when you stop a movement like that. But I have a very strong body.
Okay, the next question. There's no name on this one, and
no.
These questions were collected before the memorial.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a little not outdated, but you know it kind of answered itself.
Okay.
Have you considered coming to the United States to be a part of the national tour or even the disc golf pro tour?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna play at least 2 or 3 pro tours. I played the world tour last year, and I think it's what he's doing, the pro tour inventor. He's really doing great work, and making the sport grow too, and making it professional, and doing all the stats and all that. It's I really like it, really, and I think it's gonna move disc golf even bigger, and all these cameras. You've seen it on Memorial. They have chase card and third card, and more or less there's so many cameras on the cards, and it's gonna be more professional. So it's great. It's great to see. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna play some more pro tours and national tours. I don't know, but I will try. And Eno supported me with the signature disc, so yeah, I gotta get over there again. But it's all about work, money, family. Yeah.
Yeah. Kuba asks, which country do you like the most?
It would be so nice if Spain could have some more courses, so we could travel down there. It would be really convenient for disc golf in general here in Europe, because then we can play all year, and then making plans on, practice camps, going to Spain, maybe buy a ball golf course and make that into a disc golf course. It's a big dream, but yeah, I think what Carlos is doing it's gonna affect the Spain courses too. I really liked playing in Spain. It was nice weather, and I really enjoying playing in the States too, because it's so nice weather. So I think that's it's probably going to be the States, because there's always nice weather there, more or less. Yeah.
You can always find a place with nice weather.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, Cancapella from Norway asks, I've read you take notes during practice rounds. Could you give us some insight how detailed your notes are?
Yeah, they're pretty detailed. The more details, the better, I think. The more precise, the more specific you can do your throw. It's going to be easier to memorize it, and it's going to be easier for the execution in the throw. So, but what I do is I write down on every hole what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna write down which disc I'm throwing, I'm gonna write which angle I'm throwing, I'm gonna write down how much power, where I'm gonna aim, and height and run up. So it's many things, and the more specific you can do it, and maybe do a little drawing. I do that sometimes too, where I'm aiming, and everything changes when the wind changes. So what I worked on in the previous 2 years now is getting better to adjust that thing, and that's, I think I'm getting better and better to that, just adjusting and not using that much time on the courses before the events, because that is also a lot of work, being there a week before the tournament and just playing like I did 2 years ago. I was playing 6 holes every day, and then the next 6, and then the next 6. Then I played the course 1 disc round, and then I figured out, oh, I'm gonna make a little different here, and on maybe on 10 or 5, and then I'm played those holes again and again. But it's mostly all the details that's gonna make a big difference, and being confident in what you're writing down. So yeah.
Awesome. This one is from Aston.
Yeah.
Would you like to throw an ESP FLX bus with an I Heart KJ stamp on it?
I will always love trying that, Ashton, of course.
He admits he was drunk when he asked the question, but he does have a disc with an I Heart KJ on it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's cool.
PK Crown on Reddit asks, which is your favorite hole on Järva apart from your ace hole?
Yeah, they moved it last year, so it's not really my ace hole. I think he thought it was too easy when I aced it, Mats. But yeah, it's there's so many. That course is one of the best in the world. I hope they're not gonna tear it down, making graveyard there. But my favorite hole there is one of the par 4s. And that course is all about having the right placement, having the right length on your drives. If you don't have that, then you're gonna pitch up to the spot where you wanna go, and then from there, take it from there. And that is really golf. And I really like that. Putting that into disc golf is I really love that. I'm not gonna give you a number because there's so many.
Yeah. Awesome. Patrick W asks, what is the key to staying balanced in the backhand drive?
Yeah. The key to getting balanced in the backhand. I would say good shoes. No, I don't know. It's all about working on it and doing the little X step. And it's all about working on it. I think that will give you a good balance on it. But it's all about learning and being on your foot and having your arm out here, and yeah, and it's a tough question, but I'll definitely say that you're gonna just practice. That was what I did. And if it's all about if you're just throwing a normal frisbee and just being normal, and I think that's what I did, so it kind of was easy for me to do it. Yeah.
Awesome. This is a question with no name. What would the Danish disc golf community need to do in order to make the sport as popular as it is in Finland? What is holding us back?
Yeah, the government. It's always the government. No, I don't know. It's I think what we're gonna do. There is so many countries you can look on and get good. We gotta think the future and making some progress some way. And for me, I'm good at being on the courses and playing with people and doing the work with the courses and doing the designs and all that. I can do that, but doing mailing stuff and all that, I'm not very good to that. But I think we need some kind of organization that can work with that. And of course we need more people too, because there's so many people working on it, and they've been doing that for many years, so they're kind of tiring out on it, and it's so important to have new one coming in and giving new energy to it. I think that's the most the best thing to do, getting new people to throw and getting them helping out. But it's I talked to some guys, and they I think what we need is also kind of making more courses. That's the most small courses like they do in Finland. I think that will help. And definitely we need some kind of people inside the government or something that you know we could talk to and make this sport healthy, because it's such a healthy sport too. What they did in Norway, they have a big community, and they put all the American sports together. And then there are like 10,000 people under the same roof, and they have a budget on 20 million kronos, and that's a big thing. So now it's they have something on paper. We don't really have that here in Denmark, not really. We have a organization, the Danish disc golf organization, and I don't know, they work on it, but they don't have, you know, plans, future plans, what we have to do. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome.
Long question.
Arwink asks,
Long answer.
which is the snack during your round?
Yeah, mostly I get some nuts. I have these bars. Maybe I can even find one. Here I got some nuts here, and sneakers I really like, especially the one I brought from the States with almonds. Don't have them. No, I really don't. But usually it's like more healthy snacks, and then once in a while it's the sneakers and Cokes and squash or something like that. They don't have that in the States too. So yeah, okay. But mostly it's natural.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about hosting a training day or a weekend instructing in different aspects of the game, paid of course?
Yeah, I thought about it. I'd done it too, to some Norwegian junior players. I went up on a camp. Yeah, so yeah, right, that would be nice. Of course, it's work.
Awesome. Someone is playing the whole.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Thomas asks, what goes through your mind when choosing an event to play?
The payout mostly, and of course if it's the course I know, and if it's you know, it's all about the PDGA ranking too. I kind of play those events that give me more points, so it's mostly money, I think. And of course, if they're close together, then I could maybe play two instead of just one, if it's overseas. Yeah. But that's tough. Usually it's like 14 days between the pro tour. So, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Lauge Leboyos asks, why don't you play professionally and tour around in USA? You obviously have the skills. Yeah,
it's all about family, work. I thought about getting older and maybe buy a camper and then just travel around and play with my family. But yeah, my son is getting into school after this spring. So it's gonna be tougher for doing that now. But we'll see, maybe I'll do it. It's all about the money, I think.
Kasper and Ria ask, Dear KG, do you plan on playing Master Division when you hit 40, or are you gonna stay in Open?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay in Open for a few years, but you could always play one event in Masters and then go back in Open. I don't think there is any rules on that. So I'm hoping to stay in Open for a few years, but we'll see.
Awesome. In Thurston asks, what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, I fall asleep with Pink Floyd. I listen to a lot of hip hop, Danish hip hop too, American hip hop, and I was listening to when I was younger. I was listening to Death and Slayer and had long hair, and yeah, but more now it's more like reggae and yeah, stuff like that.
Awesome. Parked from Twitter asks, are there any noticeable differences in the styles, approaches and cultures of Danish versus American disc golfers?
I guess, yeah, there are, because it's smaller community, and it seems also in Finland there's some you know, if you forget a disc on the fairway, here in Denmark you will mostly get it back. It's in the States I just lost one of my favorite destroyers because I was throwing on the fairway, and somebody other players came by and here's a nice destroyer, and then they just took off. That wouldn't happen here in Denmark. So it's more local, I think, and it's more people know each other here, and that's kind of normal when there isn't that many players. So. Yeah.
Parked also asks, how do you describe your putting style? Is it a spin, push, other, or is no label appropriate?
Nah, it's definitely a spin putt. So yeah, spin.
Awesome. Fair Dance 03 from Disc Golf Course Review asks, what do you carry in a bag beside discs?
Towels and water, and usually a Coke and some nuts and maybe a Snickers or snacks, just small snacks. I can, yeah, get down fast and get ready for throwing. I have my game plan is written down. I have my little book, few pencils and extra minis and stuff like that. So it's mostly disc golf related, of course. You don't want to wear yourself down by putting stones in your bag or something.
You see that in the back video when
yeah,
you get that done.
Exactly. Let's do that.
Halcyon, also from Disc Golf Course Review, asks, he has 3 questions.
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
Danish, English, that's more or less the most common, but there is Swedish and Norwegian. We understand each other, and so it's more like I talk Danish, but I can still understand Swedish and understand Norwegians.
Awesome. Yeah. What is your most memorable win?
Yeah, I think the 10 time was just was a big win for me, because it was 10 times instead of 11 times now, and I don't know. It's the first time was probably the biggest because that was I wasn't really.
We're talking about the Danish nationals, right?
Yeah.
For those who don't know.
Yeah. Of course, it's a Danish nationals. But Copenhagen Open, I won that once, and that was an 8 tier. That was also memorable. Good to finally have an 8 tier win too. So, but there's many.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Last question: what do you do for fun besides disc golf?
Drink beers and rum and hanging out. But I think drinking beers and having fun with disc golf is more fun. So we'll. I think that's nice.
Awesome.
With your friends.
I think we have some people who wants to play through
Yeah.
the course now. So maybe
Thank
we
you,
should,
everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get some good upshots here.